Hola, how are you guys? I'm Fabi, and I'm super glad to be here once again. So I wanted to come by here quickly today and share with you some ideas and some things that I do in my own business and in my life, basically, in order to just kind of get the mindset that is needed for success and for just clarity, which is so important. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, having that mental, just that clarity is probably the most important thing in the absolute world for being able to build my business and for being able to have a mind that works and that functions every day. So I'm really excited to be doing this and sharing with you these tips and these things that I do that have helped me so much. And by the way, I just wanted to introduce you guys to my little assistant. There we go. This is how I work, believe it or not, in the mornings. Well, it's 2 o'clock here in Miami right now. But believe it or not, I work every day until 3 p.m. I have her by my side, but she's a really great kid. So fortunately, she allows me to be able to do my thing and be able to work and still be, and even talk to clients and everything. And she's doing her thing, watching a few YouTube videos in the morning. Anyways, so I wanted to share with you guys some of the strategies and the things that I do to be able to have my mindset on point and be able to just nail every single day. Because I don't know about you, I don't know about your story, and say hello to me please in the comments just so that I know that you're watching. I don't know how you guys are and what being an entrepreneur is like for you, but for me, it's something that I need to work at mentally every day. And I've understood that probably the most important thing in business is having that mindset in the right place. So I start each day with a few routines and things that I do that I have basically turned into habits and that have made a huge difference in my life and the way that I show up every single day. So the first thing I do is that I get up early in the morning and I go out and ride my bike around my neighborhood for about an hour. And the reason why I do this is because I have realized that I need to get my body moving in order for me to really clear my mind. And a friend of mine described it in such a really great way, and I think it's really perfect the way that she brought it up. And the thing is, you have all this energy in your head, all these things going on in your mind about what you want to do with your business, you want to do with your life, and it's all right here, okay? So you need to kind of move that energy towards your body and just kind of release a bit of that. So what I do every single morning is I ride my bike around my neighborhood, around kind of Miami, Doral, which is where I live. And I just really try to clear my mind as much as I can and just be able to get that energy up and start the day great. So some days I get up and I'm not feeling so well. I feel anxious or I feel afraid or I feel nervous or whatever it is that I have going on right now or at the moment. So it really helps me to clear out these things and getting a movement and just going outside is really helpful for me. I don't really do this as much as I do it for exercise, like for physical exercise, as much as it's important to me for me to do it for mental exercise. So I start each day just really working out and doing my thing. And what I've been doing recently is just asking myself a few questions. I started reading this book by Brendon Burchard, and I wish I had it here, but I have it on my nightstand. And it's called High Performance Habits, right? So it's all about the habits that high performers, and what he describes as high performers are people that have sustained success, that are really, really successful, above average. And he talks about the different habits that they have. And one of the things that he talks about is kind of getting into this mental mood and preparing yourself for the day. So what I do when I go out and ride my bike in the morning is I think to myself, I start asking myself these 3 questions. And this is a new thing that I'm doing. The first question that I ask is, what am I excited about today? So I try to look forward to my day and think about what different things I'm going to be doing on that day and think about the things that I'm really excited to do and the reason why I'm excited for them. And this kind of gets my energy up. So it's really funny because this morning in particular, I went out on my bike and I'm doing a lot of mindset work recently and a lot of things that are pushing my buttons and taking me to a next level. So energetically, I've been kind of like all over the place this week or last week, just kind of feeling kind of weird. So just the fact that I, got up in the morning today and started really thinking about, okay, I need to get this out of my mind, whatever is kind of troubling me, and thinking about, sorry, que mi amor. Okay, so thinking about, the things that I'm excited about for the day really changed my mood. Like I literally felt a switch from the way that I was feeling immediately. This is how I work. So it really changed the way that I was doing things this morning. So for me today, I was excited about meeting clients for like face-to-face, because my business is built online. So I have clients all over the world. Like I literally have clients in Australia right now. So it's not very often that I get to meet my clients face-to-face. And I had 2 clients that I was meeting today, and I was really excited about getting to know them in person. So it really brought my mood up. The second question that I asked myself is, what kind of challenges could I face today that could break my mood or make me not feel so great? So, that was a big one, and it was important for me to ask, because it kind of gets you to prepare yourself beforehand for anything that could come in the way that could somehow damage the way that you're feeling somehow, or affect the way that you're feeling. And you want to try to keep that energy up. So, prepare yourself for any challenges that you could have during the day. And before they even happen, kind of prepare your mind for them. So, okay, this is going to happen, or this could happen. It's not that you're kind of attracting those things into your life, but you're trying to do things that are preparing yourself for different types of challenges before they even happen, right? So that's another thing that I do, and just kind of give myself a pep talk and give myself like, okay, this is what, you might have this challenge showing up during the day, and this is how you need to react to it when that happens, or if that happens. And then the third question that I like asking myself, and this is, again, if you're just signing up right now, when I'm riding my bike in the mornings, which is part of my morning routine. And this is Natalie, by the way. She's my 2-year-old, and actually we call her Natalie, but in English it's Natalie, I guess. Anyways. Hey! So, okay. So the last question that I ask myself is, how can I give more love today? How can I serve people better today? And really just try to give my heart as much as possible in that question. So asking these questions and really looking for preparing my day is a really great way for me to start that day and really feel amazing and just take my energy up. And I think that sometimes we wake up feeling not so great, or we have things that we're carrying from previous days or from weeks or whatever, and it's really important for us to be able to shift our energy and shift the way that we're feeling, because it could affect your whole day. I mean, I can tell you that yesterday, as I was saying before, I'm doing a lot of mindset work, and doing mindset work really sometimes affects you emotionally. So yesterday I wasn't feeling so good, and I kind of decided to listen to my gut and take a break. Like literally, I took a break. I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop. I went, hey, Sean. I went out of my house with my 2-year-old. We went to the park. We just hung out. And I just really wanted to make sure that I was feeling better, right? And really relaxing. And then that way I came back into my, somebody just sent out an angry face. What's up? So I came back to my house and I was feeling a lot better, right? And listening to your gut, listening, to my intuition that said, you know what, I need to take a break. I need to literally take a moment for myself, because I'm not going to be able to do all the things that are on my to-do list today if I'm not mentally there. So I literally went out of the house. I sat down, like I went to the park. I came back home. I literally laid down on my couch, and I was like, I'm just going to chill for a half an hour. And then that was it. It was just like, boom, I'm ready to go. And I went back, sat down, and did my work. And I did everything that I had in my to-do list. And I'll get into the things that I do and how I plan my schedule. I'm looking over here because this is where I write things down for each day of the week. But I did everything. And it was all because I took that moment and I gave myself that space to do it. So, okay. Anyways, first thing I do, I ride my bike every single morning, ask myself these questions. The other thing that I do is, something I did today that I've been meaning to do more often, and I really get bad at it, but I'm willing to start improving at it, is This is what it's like being working from home and being a mompreneur. Anyways, so the other thing that I did today was meditate. I'm not really great at meditation because my mind tends to just think too much and I just want to start doing, but I'm really trying to get into this habit because I feel so much better when I do it. And what I have noticed, I have a really great power when I meditate, and I really am able to connect and get answers. And it's really strange. I don't know if any of you meditate or if you know what that's like or if you felt that kind of sensation inside or not. But what happened to me this morning was, I came up with idea and I was meditating and it just came to me that I'm going to turn these videos into a YouTube channel or upload them to YouTube, and I'm going to call it Hola, I am Fabi. And there's a whole reason why the I am, and if you know anything about I am, you know what I'm talking about. But I decided that I'm going to do this and I'm just going to share these videos on YouTube. And it just came to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And it really made me feel great. So meditation is a great thing. But, this is a new thing that I'm trying to implement. The real thing that I always implement, no matter what, is journaling. And I don't know if you know anything about what journaling is at all or have no clue. But basically what I do is every single morning I take out my journal or a notebook or whatever you want to call it, and I start writing the things that I'm grateful for today and the things that I want to kind of achieve in my life, but kind of trying to do them as if they were real. Mi amor, ¿qué pasa? Mira, Hola. And do them as if they were already real. Now, I've been doing this for about a year and a half or something like that, or a year and 3 months, something along those lines. And it has really been really helpful for me because it gives me so much clarity and it makes me feel grateful for my life and the things that I have. And it also makes me feel just prepared, right? And it's funny because I can literally show you notebooks and notebooks and notebooks. I have so many of them, but I can tell you with all honesty that pretty much everything that I have ever written down has come true. Like literally everything that I have written down has come true. And it's weird or not. Maybe that's normal. I don't know if you guys believe in that stuff or not, but I believe it absolutely 100%. And more than that, it just gives me clarity about where I want to go and the things that I want to do and who I want to become. And it's a process. What I have learned is that it's a process of learning to bring that energy into your life. But it helps me. It definitely helps. And what I have noticed is that if I stop doing it for a few weeks, because maybe I'm too busy or maybe I get distracted, my mood changes and my energy completely changes. And I'm really a big believer in energy and just bringing, just how you kind of this feeling, this thing of what you put up, you bring into your life. So what I have noticed is that when I'm not really connected to that energy, of that positive energy, I just feel like crap, basically. I just don't feel so well. So what I do every single day of my life is journal. Saturdays and Sundays, I take out my journal. This is the one I'm using right now, and I'm almost done with it, actually. This is the one I'm using right now. I'm almost done. Look at that. I've written all of this. And it's just pages and pages of me writing how I feel. I even write checks to myself. I'll show you that. I even write checks to myself. I haven't written a check in a while because I don't need to write checks anymore. They're reality to my life. I'm trying to look for a page where I have a check, but I have just write so much. Here you go. There it is, a check to myself. So I write checks to myself. I imagine what I want things to be like, and I go into detail into how I want to feel or how I'm feeling right now or how amazing it is that I brought this client or this thing happened. And it just really makes me feel amazing. I just bought this book, and I'm following this right now, which is called The Magic, and she's the same writer, the same person from The Secret. And she gives you like daily tips or things that you can write about. So I do that, and I try to do it every day. It's like a 28-day challenge thing. Really cool. I have been using it every single day and really trying to follow that and it's all about being thankful and appreciating what you have in your life. So these are kind of the things that I do to get my mind in the right place and just make sure that I feel correct. Not that there's any incorrect way to feel, but I noticed that, for me personally, and I don't know how you guys are, and I don't know what you believe in or not, but for me, my energy is extremely important. And some days I feel like crap. And being an entrepreneur has been, up until now, Maru would be proud, my coach, has been mentally challenging. Let's say it that way, right? So for me, it's really important to get my mind in the right place every single day, because otherwise what happens is that we kind of let fear get in the way. We kind of let fear, let me show you my little girl. We kind of let fear take control of our minds. And you don't want that to happen, because when fear takes over, you either don't take action, or you hold back from doing what you really want, or you're not really connected, or whatever you want to call it. But for me, fear is there, present every single day, and I just need to constantly remind myself that I'm not gonna let fear take the wheel of my life, right? I'm not gonna let that happen. And for me to be able to do that, I need to be mentally in the right place and constantly remind myself why I'm so amazing and constantly remind myself of the wonderful things that I have in my life and the things that I'm grateful for and that I'm thankful for. So, it's really important for me to do it. And for example, riding the bike every morning, there are days when I'm lazy and I'm like, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I want to sleep. Like last night, I've been watching Stranger Things, binge watching it. We went to sleep like almost at 2, I think, like at 1:30 in the morning, something like that. Because we were like, we have to watch another one. And just got to a point where I was like, I'm too sleepy, I need to sleep. And I got up this morning at 7 and I said to myself, I don't care that I'm tired. I need to do this, because it's like for me, riding my bike is like taking a medicine, like taking a pill every morning. There's a huge difference in how I show up in the world when I work out and when I don't. And I understand, because of what I told you before, that it's all about moving that energy and that crap that's in your head sometimes, and just taking it through your body, right? Letting it out somehow, whatever it is that works for you. But for me, just riding that bike every day just makes me feel at peace. And it really is a medicine. It's an absolute medicine for my life. And the days that I'm lazy, I just think, if I don't do this, I'm going to feel like crap the rest of the day. So I do it anyways. Journaling is easier for me. It's not something that I'm kind of like, I have to journal today. It's easy. It's difficult when I have a lot of things to do, because I'm just like, okay, this is going to take time, and I'm taking time from work to do this. But it also, for me, sometimes is like, it's just part of my work to journal, and sit down and write what I want and how. She's mad, by the way. Mi amor, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Sometimes it's like, I want to start working, I want to do things, but I feel like this is part of my work. Like, if I don't get this done, if I don't journal, if I don't sit down and analyze and think and write how I want to feel during the day, it's really going to affect the way that I show up every single day. So it's going to affect my work. And I just make it work into my schedule, right? Every single morning. So every single morning, I ride my bike. I'm starting to meditate. So I meditate, and I did meditation today for only 10 minutes. That was it, but it was good enough. Good ideas came from that. And I journal. And then once I finish journaling, I share some messages on Facebook, and then that's when I go down and eat breakfast. She gets up pretty late. She gets up like at 9:30 in the morning, so it gives me time to do all of these things. And then from there, I just start working, right? And then what I did yesterday is something that I don't usually do, or didn't usually do, but I really want to do it more often because it really made a difference, is that when you don't feel aligned, to take a moment, take a moment and take a break and look at, kind of just take a moment. That's it. Not even analyzing or, mi amor, cuidado. Not even analyzing or thinking about like what's going on, but just literally going outside, taking 10 minutes, a walk, whatever. For me, definitely movement helps. So going to the park with her and walking around was super, super helpful and really changed my mood. So I would recommend that whatever it is that you have going on, just take a break from it from time to time. It really made a huge difference for me yesterday. I was trying to work in the morning and just feeling like my creativity wasn't flowing. I didn't have ideas. I didn't know what to do. And then once I took that break, I was able to do every single thing on my to-do list, like everything crossed off. I did a whole web page. I set up a wireframe for another one. I did some training videos for my clients that I needed to send. So I did every single thing that I had written down for the day, and I made it work. But the only way that I could do that was because I took my time for, you know, and made that work for myself. Now, you might be looking at me right now and thinking like, well, how is she doing this all day? How does she get stuff done with her 2-year-old on her lap? And she's not always on my lap, but sometimes she is, and I just work like this right here. I'm just typing away and doing my thing and designing and just trying to do what I can with her on top of me. And if you're a parent or if you work from home, you know what I'm talking about. We just have to make it work sometimes, and that's it. But this is part of the benefit of being able to build your business online and being able to work from home. There we go. Of being able to work from home, right? That you can, I'm still there for her, you know, and even though it's like you're juggling family and you're juggling your clients and you're juggling your business on all these things, I'm still there for her, and she gets to see that example in me every single day. And for me, that's one of the most important things of my life, right? Just making sure that I'm there for her as much as possible. But being there for her also means being there for me, right? And being in the right place emotionally and mentally, or whatever you want to call it, spiritually, whatever you want to call it. It's fundamental that I'm in that right mindset and that I'm in the right place, because otherwise she's not going to get the best from her mom, right? And I'm not going to be able to give my clients the best as well. So, you know, anyways, that's what I wanted to share today with you guys. And that's it. I hope that you like this video. Please leave me a comment of your opinion or the routines that you follow in order to build your own businesses or build your own mindset, which is fundamental for business. Hello, I didn't know this, by the way. I thought that building a business was just strategy. I had no clue that you needed to have, apart from the strategies, you needed to have the mindset. What? That was like complete surprise to me. You know, had no clue that this was so important, but it's fundamental. If you want to be successful, you need to have your mindset in the right place. So leave me a comment. Tell me what you guys do for, or what you do for your mindset practices, or the different things that help you keep your mind in the right place. And just let's keep it going. Ciao.